right there. Ooh, that's perfect. Yeah. So what I've got going on here on this table is a whole lot of stuff that I've got locally. I live on an island in Southeast Alaska. It's called Baranof Island. You can Google it if you want to see where we are in the middle of the Pacific. And there's some really interesting geology here on this island. We live kind of right on a fault. And at one point in the geologic history, the two faults sort of split apart, and there was a hot spot that opened up. And so if you watch my Instagram feed long enough, right up here, I'm sure the Mount Edgecombe volcano will pop up eventually. But yeah, those plates diverged and a volcano popped up and deposited a lot of volcanic ash. And there's lava rock and all kinds of volcanic rocks around here. There's also been a lot of oceanic activity, kind of driving the geology locally. And there's all kinds of stuff called gray wacky, which is a pretty cool rock. A pretty cool name too. I'm trying to see. Here's something similar. No, here's a chunk. Here's a chunk. This isn't a very good one. This is actually a little bit different. Anyways, it's a pretty cool looking gray rock. Here we go. That's a really pretty chunk of it. And this has quite a bit more metamorphosis going on. This is probably in a contact zone. And I see that somebody's chatting. I can't really read it right now, and I'm gonna keep talking, blah blah blah. But yeah, so I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that there's a lot of volcanic stuff going on, and during that last eruption of the volcano, it deposited this volcanic ash everywhere on the island. And so what it looks like is just kind of gray dirt coming out of a hillside. Let's see if we can get it to focus here. Here it is on a test tile, and then here it is on an actual pot. And so it's just this kind of dark black glaze all by itself. And I can show you what the actual glaze looks like if you're having trouble just kind of imagining what a glaze looks like. This is actually what a glaze looks like. And what I've done to collect this ash and to make a glaze out of it is basically just filter out all the rocks and gravel and sand. And so when it comes time to actually glaze pots, just mix it up and then get your piece of pottery, whatever. This is called a test tile. And then you just, the simplest way is just to dip it in. And you can actually watch some paint dry here. You'll see the shininess slowly go away, and then this is going to turn matte. And what's happening is that this clay is wicking out that moisture, right? It's pulling out the moisture, and that's drying. And as soon as that's dry, you can stick that into the kiln, and then it's going to look just like that when it gets fired. So this kind of green, gray dirt is going to fire. And the temperature that I fire to is about 2,300 degrees.